channel. If you are new here, I am so glad you clicked on this video. So today I'm going to show you guys my room. I've actually had a lot of requests for it, which is really exciting, and some people over on my thrift business, Thrift Like You Mean It on Instagram, have actually commented about it and kind of wanted to see the whole thing. So I'm excited to show you guys how I live every day. This is actually a really small room, and a lot of people think that it's a lot bigger than it is, but it's really small. And I'm excited to also show you how I run my small business out of it, so that's kind of a whole part of this. So without further ado, let's tour my room. So the first little corner I wanted to show you is this one right here. This is actually very new to me. I like to rearrange my room a lot. If you saw my quarantine clean video, you can see that my room was in a completely different situation than it was before. This piece of furniture has been with me since I was a child, and I've always had it as a bedside table, and then I ended up not wanting to do that in this room. This is an antique piece of furniture, and this is kind of where I like to keep my Bible and my journal. This is kind of my Sunday morning table. And then along with that, this is a light that I originally got to go into my dorm room, and then we had to move out early, and now I kind of have to blend. You'll see that a lot in this video, but I have to blend a lot of my college things in with my home items, which kind of makes the room a little more, I don't know, like eccentric, I guess. The next piece I want to talk about in this area would be this plant. If anyone knows what kind of plant this is, I don't, and I don't know if it's dead or not. Like, it's green, but I really don't know how to take care of it. You'll see that I have a lot of plants in this room, and I really enjoy having them around. I also take a lot of Instagram stories with them. I mean, I just love with them, like they're people. Yeah, honestly, at this point in quarantine, that's kind of where we're at. And then this mirror was actually the top of a table that my mom is getting rid of. So it was like this cute little mirror table, and I decided that I wanted another full-length mirror. You'll see I have 3 in the room. So that's everything about this first little corner. So this is quite obviously the biggest thing in the room. This is my bed. It is a queen, I think, but also sometimes it's too big for queen. It's just a whole thing. So, also this is my cat Wilma. She's been featured in a couple of my videos. So this bed sheet, this comforter, I actually got, I believe, from Target. I always like to have a white bed sheet so I can kind of like take it everywhere. But the secret about this one is it's actually a twin size. So over here, if you lift up the sheets, it literally doesn't cover. So that's why I keep those blankets right over there. So speaking of the blankets, the bottom one is from Target, and then the top one was a gift to me from my boyfriend from Amazon. I think that's where he got it. But those two have been like my favorite throws, and they bring a lot of warmth to the room. So my mom is a pillow fanatic. She's also an artist, which I'll talk about a little bit later in this room tour, but so she's also a big pillow fiend. So this pillow has been around since I was a kid, but I don't know where it's from. Sorry. And then the second one, this pillow sham, I've talked about a lot on my channel. It was from the Final Cut. I got it in my Final Cut video, and I talked about it in my last video as well as one of my thrifted finds in my full thrifted collection. That's that. And then these 2 plush pillows or the velvet pillows. These are the $10 velvet pillows that you can get at World Market. I love these. And then this pillow is from Target. So this is one that I've had since freshman year of college, and it's been on all of my beds since, and I really like it. I think it brings a lot of texture to a pillow layout. The rest of them are kind of just basic ones. These big ones were from my mother, as well as the like half body pillow back there were from my mom, so I don't know where they're from, but I'm sure you can find similar ones elsewhere. And then it's just 2 regular pillows for my head to sleep. So now we are here under my kind of like Taza inspired art wall. But it's kind of just a compilation of a lot of my memories and a lot of my friends, and then also Pinterest pictures. And so I like to kind of change this up every now and then. That's a big thing for me. But I have had this for 2 different room setups so far, and I really like it. I like the direction of it. I think it brings height to the room. And then over here is the War is Over If You Want It poster. I got this from Amazon. Actually, before I bought it, I watched the John Lennon documentary, which I highly recommend. It is so good. But this was kind of explained in that documentary. And I decided that I wanted the poster. And I think that it just went really well. So I put it up. The last thing that I wanted to talk about was this painting. It was done by one of my grandmother's art professors because my mom and my grandmother were both artists. So this was one of her professors, and I luckily have it in my room, and I'm very appreciative for it, and I love it very, very much. Also, I don't know where the lights are from. My grandmother got me them for Christmas, but they're a little paper clip. You could like hang things on them, but I just use them for lights, so you could probably get some on Amazon. And then this corner has actually become, I think, my favorite in the entire room because it reminds me so much of the Tezza like at-home photo kits, but I ripped these out of like Free People magazine. So this actually has my asparagus fern, which is super, super new. And then on top of that, it has all of these pictures of models and really pretty clothing and pretty places as well, so like cities. And then on top of that, it has pictures of me and my friends from school. Glad that I get to mix those 2 things together, 3 things that I love: cities, fashion, and friends. And then right here is what I like to call my art gallery. I think it's like a good gallery wall. Once again, having pictures really high up brings height into the room. This first one in the top corner is something that I did for my dorm room freshman year. I actually finger painted it, which was super fun. I was actually covering an old Latin convention art entry piece. But let me know if you went to Latin convention too, NJCL. Comment below, NJCLers. Salve omnes. And then this piece was actually done by my mom on like scrapbook paper, but the frame is actually probably over 180 years old is what she told me. And then finally I have this big round mirror, which I think it still works really well here, and I really like, once again, how bright it makes everything. And so then I have this full-length mirror, which is not super full-length, so I had to actually prop it up on a suitcase. But the You Look Good sticker is from an Etsy shop, and I will link them below. But this is kind of a dupe off of the Glossier that they have in all of their stores, and that's pretty much the art wall. And then we get to this little gorgeous piece of furniture. This tabletop, I actually just redid it like this today, but it does have a wooden tray on top, one of my candles from Target, and then all of my accessories in a bowl, and then my Shel Silverstein poetry book. And then along with everything that's on the top of it, I do keep things in this. I think it's a really pretty piece of furniture, and so I was excited to move it in my room. And so when you open it up here are just some basic like everyday items. And this little acrylic case actually holds a lot of pieces of jewelry, maybe some medicine, and then also like my AirPods. And then I just have a couple of magazines under that. And then on the other side, I have my kind of like keepsake chest. And then under that, I have kind of my like creative, like crafty area. This just has a lot of my like drawing or scrapbooking. I do a lot of scrapbooking. And then I do have a sewing machine behind here. And this is like the Sew Essentials kit, but I do not know what I'm doing when I'm sitting in front of a sewing machine, and so I think it's a really nice way to store all of these things. And finally, the corner you've probably been waiting for is where I keep all of my clothes. So this clothing rack is specifically for Thrift Like You Mean It. This is where I keep a lot of the things that I am taking out of my closet. closet and going to sell. So all of these things are going to sell soon. If you see something you like, then let me know. I will do that soon. And then I do have some pieces of artwork behind it, but this clothing rack is from Target, and I did buy it actually during my first thrift with me. So this was from Target, and I keep a lot of things on here. So let's take a little bit of a closer look. So first off, of course, what else would I have on this except for a plant? So this is a little ivy plant in a macrame hanger, and then I just have all of my scarves that I reach for. So, and then first I have a little bag that I'm preparing to sell, and then all of my extra hangers. This is a bag of scarves that I'm planning to sell, and then these are all those pieces that I'm going to sell. If you can't tell, I sell clothes. If you haven't checked out my Instagram, definitely do it now. And so behind here is my original full-length mirror that I got from Walmart, and I actually didn't like the black border on it, but I did want to keep it. Like I've been saying, it brings light, it brings room, it brings space. And then once again, another mirror. That's my Hamilton poster. I went last year. And then that's my unfinished painting. This was actually supposed to be a video about how to DIY Urban Outfitters decor, but then I kind of liked how it looked unfinished. So that is the top and the art. Now let's get into the bottom. This is where the cool stuff is. So in this first bin is where I actually keep a lot of my shipping items. Obviously I have some shoes that I'm planning to sell on top of it. But right here, see, this is where my Dymo label printer is, as well as my scale. And so that's where a lot of those kind of things are, my packaging. That's this box. And then in the second bin, this is where I keep a lot of jeans. And then this is another jean bin. This matches the bins that I have over there under my desk. And I like the kind of wicker, the natural textures in here. So that's really important to me. Then finally we come to my personal closet. This is kind of a mess because of what it is. So this is my sunglass organizer. There's no really rhyme or reason to what's where. I obviously am a book stacker. I put a couple of books here to hold up my pictures, my little, hi Buddha, hello. And that's my friend Kara and I when we went to Florida. So these are my industrial baskets. They're both from Dollar General. This is where I keep a lot of like self-care items. The bottom has my self-tanner in it, and I usually keep my camera in it as well. And then I have some books over here that I was originally stacking in different places in my room, but I kind of ran out of space. And then I do have a mirror here. And then up here, this is obviously all of my clothes just hanging up, no rhyme or reason, just hung up. This is also from my trip to New York when I saw Hamilton. I also got to see a gallery by Ashley Longshore. And then up here is one of my mom's art pieces. Okay, as frustrating as it is, the audio in this little bit is absolutely horrendous because the camera is right next to my fan. So here I'm talking to you guys about, this is called my I want to get back to college corner, and I kind of go through everything that's over here. So the bins are actually full of crap. There's nothing notable about them, to be honest. And then we get to the fan, which is from Target, and I love to sleep in a really cold temperature, so that's really important to me. And then we get to my shoe bin. So I try to only put shoes that I know I'm going to wear in the near future right there. And yeah, that's pretty much everything on top. And then we go to the wall art. So the wall is covered in things that I really enjoy. So that kind of completes this corner. This is kind of like the end of the road. You've kind of seen everything except for this wall, which is very special to me, this door. At the beginning of summer, at the beginning of quarantine, I decided to write all of my friends, and these are some of the most like impactful letters to me. And this kind of like allows me to like walk out of my room with a sense of gratitude for the people that are in my life. I don't always do that, but I need to start doing it more, and it's nice to have these reminders of kindness and support. So I guess that's the end of the room tour. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you do like thrifting content or lifestyle content, I think I'm going to start doing a little more lifestyle. Definitely hit the subscribe button because it would really help me. It really means a lot to me as I continue to grow this platform into something that I really love and really care about doing. And so if you enjoyed my room, if you liked all the plants, give it a thumbs up. Comment down below what your favorite corner of the room was. Let me know your thoughts. I loved doing this for you guys, and I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next one.